Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet. Welcome back to Production Line. And I have decided that we definitely need to, we definitely need to start doing some crap. We need to definitely start getting a lot more features for our cars. So that is what we're going to be doing. We've got a full research area over here. A bunch of guys working on stuff. And what we also did at the end of the last episode was up the price of our car. We now got a 40% thing going up there. That is going to be huge. And I think we need to start messing around with other things as well, such as... You're not doing anything at the moment, but that's probably okay. We should have a bunch more cars coming out here. Looking pretty good. I mean, we've got throughput problems in terms of the chassis assembly at this point, so this guy is really holding us up. So we have a look. I keep hitting the T button to go to research, but let's have a look. So chassis assembly, we've got the axles specialization. So I feel like we could probably redo this and go for a, I'd almost say it's 4 minutes at this point, but probably more like 5 minutes. So chassis assembly, so you are going to be that drive shaft and undercarriage and fuel tank. And fuel tank at 4 minutes, I feel like it's enough to have one of them. So let's go ahead and let's get this stuff set up. So this is going to be, we don't need a thing fitting into this actually, I don't think. This can just be the start. So we're going to do this over here. Front axle, rear axle, drive shaft, undercarriage, and fuel tank. And yeah, I really don't feel like we can fix this up later, but I feel like we don't need to worry too much. And this is where we actually, now this is where we start the body up here. So we go up like that. Come on, I don't know why it doesn't do this sometimes. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So anyway, we're going to keep on using this storage line over here. So let's get the resource conveyor up there, like that, and like that as well. And in fact, we probably get rid of these two, and then that leaves us with this pretty perfect line. I don't know how we do it. There we go. Sometimes it has that little bit hanging off, but it is all good. So these guys, insufficient resources. Come on, front axles, you should definitely have those. It's filling up the back guys first. Maybe because that's the one that I hooked up the resource conveyor for first. So anyway, there we go. So all of that stuff should be fine. We'll let this guy roll off the line because I'm assuming he is almost done. Yep, almost done. And there we go. We'll delete that and we'll get rid of it. And now we just, and I think the entire base, the entire factory is now fast, which is good. And yep, so let's get rid of these. We do get some money back for them, but yeah, there we go. Last one coming off the line. I don't know why that took so long because I deleted the machine. Maybe I didn't, I don't know. But anyway, that should increase the throughput of these guys coming along. I'm going to do that just to make it look nicer. So yes, that should definitely increase the throughput of cars coming along here. We can see this guy is done and there's another one right behind him. So that is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, now we just have to keep the research going and all of that stuff. And we should have a continual throughput of cars every 4 minutes according to this. Now, I need a bit of a drink, so excuse me for a second. Man, I mentioned, I think in my last Factorio episode, that the whole taking cough medicine before the episode is starting to feel like a good idea again, because I am just starting to cough a bit more and it's a bit more annoying. So yeah, it's just I turn away and I face myself away from the microphone, so it's not too bad, but yeah, it's just annoying because I don't like coughing even in the best of circumstances, and when I'm casting, it's just annoying. So anyway, let's speed this up for a bit so we can see a lot of cars coming out here. They're nice and backed up. What I want is for something to be at every station, basically. And they're sort of being at every station right now. So going around here, we got the dryers. Going around here. Let's see if they actually get to the point where they're going in that one. I think they probably should. And there we go. 3, 1 in each of these. That is exactly what I want for this map. That is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So that is, this factory is now successfully running at full speed since we upgraded that other section. Now I don't know if this stuff is going to slow it down. Air conditioning. Let's just get a lot of everything, because we're going to make, I feel like we're going to make a mid-range car here. I feel like we're not going to make a luxury car, but we're going to make a nice mid-range car, and maybe we'll cut down the features of our basic car to make that a little bit more inexpensive, like under the 20 grand mark. We'll still mark it up like 40%, 50%, whatever it needs to be. We got 10 cars in the showroom at the moment. They're still selling though. They're not selling like hotcakes, but they are selling. And I mean, a real car showroom, they don't sell cars that fast. So yeah, I feel like that's fine. What we'll actually do is we'll get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that, and our basic yo will continue to be basic. Whoa, if we put up air conditioning, it goes to 29 grand, but anti-lock brakes only picks it up a tiny amount. So yeah, actually our market value must have gone up. Oh, maybe it was just the 40%, because yeah, it's weird. But anyway, we're gonna have to see how this actually works. Do we need a separate station for you now? Because you are air conditioning. And I feel like it's still putting it on everything, so this is actually an interesting situation. So you've got anti-lock brakes, which I'm not sure I should be installing anymore for these cars, but it didn't have an airbag. Alright, where are our brakes? Okay, so here is brakes. Upgrades. Anti-lock brakes. Brakes. So you, car, you're a basic car. You've been through the brakes, you do not have the anti-locks. So it sounds like this is a smart facility. It only installs anti-lock brakes when it needs to. You, car, basic, you, car, basic. Okay. And yeah, what was the other feature we got rid of? I feel like it was driver airbags. So you come out and you do not have driver airbags anymore. So we took that setting off. So now you are normal and cheap and dirty. And we're completely overpriced, of course, because that's how we do cars. We completely overprice them. And it looks like this quality check, which takes 5 minutes, is now our backup point for the entire factory, which I'm fine with. Absolutely, positively fine. So, so what we're going to do now is we're going to keep doing the research, and then we're going to do a nice mid-range car. And I feel like that'll be awesome. So we got heaters. We're going to do a bit from everything. I feel like the research is going to take us a while, but what we can do is we can yeah, upgrade all slots so that all slots can do it. Choose next research project. I feel like we don't need performance features. That's a little bit crazy. Entertainment. In-car music. There's more important things we can do, like electric windows. I feel like we can do electric windows. Add that to the queue. Security features, central locking, add that to the queue. And power steering. I feel like we can do power steering, and we'll add all of this stuff: anti-lock brakes, driver airbags, spare wheel. How is spare wheel not a standard feature for every single car? That is bullshit. That is absolutely bullshit. So we got... Do we have entertainment in our queue? Well, no, we don't. I feel like Let's add it, and let's add it. So let's just add all of that stuff to our queue. And how's our money going? Not that well. We're selling a lot of them, but we're not. We got 16 backed up, and it doesn't seem like we're just completely blowing the cars out the window. So I don't know how big our storeroom is, how much it can take. I feel like this scroll actually does work. Sales price. So we do have some ones still in there with anti-lock brakes and driver airbags, and they're selling for a bit more, but the basic is 22 grand. It's not selling that well. We may have to change the percentage down a little bit because our money is getting really low, and we do want to start selling these guys. So basic yeah, markup 40%. It's obviously not working, so let's reduce that to 35%. Does that update all the cars in here? It does. So we just took 5%, or 5 out of 140% off. So let's see if these cars start selling. Hopefully they will. Because I know when we were doing like 25% that they all did sell, but then again, oh, you are backed up a little bit, but you're alright. I mean, this is doing the entire engine section, I guess. We did have a backup thing over here for these guys. It's interesting. So have we reached like an equilibrium right at the moment? I can see it go up to 19. Will it go back down to 18? I do not know. I do not know. Anyway, so we got our research going on. Let's put it up to speed 3 so we get some of that research going through. The other thing that we can start to do and can start to worry about is actually, there we go, went back down to 18. So went up to 20, then it went back down to 18. So I feel like that's approximately an equilibrium, and our money is going up decently as well. I think we're starting to make a profit. Yeah, just starting to make a profit here. So, although we are edging a little bit up, so I may turn it down to 30% or something like that. Yeah, I feel like 20 cars is too many, so let's reduce it to 30%, and let's see if they start selling a bit more. Convenience features? I got a queue. Why do I have a queue unless you're actually doing something? Okay, so it's just telling me it's finished, and the next research button is something that I can pick if I want to. I've taken it down to 30%. I feel like maybe they're just not going to sell that fast regardless of what I do, because we're just producing so many basic cars and they're just not needed anymore. Nobody wants them. They're too crappy. They don't have any features. And so what we might do is, that's going to make it a mid-range car. We don't want to do that. So let's add everything that keeps it in the budget category. Okay. And we'll increase the price back up to 35%. So apparently a budget car, yeah, still takes a bit of selling to sell. Oh, you know what? No, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take these off and we're gonna sell them dirt cheap. 20%. 20% sale premium price. I feel like it's still okay. Let's see how they start selling. If these guys keep going up, then I just do not know. We might have to do some features, but I hope that 20% is enough. What are we doing here? These guys are alright. Oh, it's just red. This is the color coding for the different areas. I thought red was bad, but it seems to be okay. Okay, upgrade all slots for electric windows. And then what are we doing here? Continuing on with the research. So what are we going to do next? We got all this research going on for our mid-range car. We got these guys continuing to go up. The numbers continuing to go up. I really don't know what to do about this, to be honest, except to drop the price down again. There we go. We're only going to charge you 10% extra. Go and sell. Wonder if we're going to make a profit doing that. I really feel like the answer is no, but yeah, we just got so many freaking cars. Okay, let's go ahead and let's start making a new car, because Middle of the road. How's that for a pun? Road. Middle of the road car. That cursor is a bit off. Okay, so you are going to have air conditioning, anti-lock brakes, driver airbag, electric windows, heater. You are going to be up 35%. Excellent. So I don't know how this is going to work, whether we're going to start making half and half. But I feel like we'll probably make half and half. I don't know if we can specify. What did I just do? This game is doing weird things. Is it laggy or is it broke? I feel like it might be broke. It's broke. Okay. Alright, we are back and we are recovered after our game crashed. So we got a... Where are we at the moment? We got our basic car. Remember we put that down to 10% so we could actually sell a lot of them. We got a full thing going through, so let's recreate our new car. Middle of the road. You can't do Control 8, but apparently you can't do backspace either. So this is alpha. Yeah, this is alpha. Okay. So let's get that back again. 35%, put it just over 30 grand. And done. And now if we have a look over here, we got a middle of the road. And I was going to have a look before to see if there was any sort of research we could do for body types. Can we make this a different body? Obviously you can, because you can have like hatchbacks and all of that sort of stuff, but I'm not sure if I can see it. It's got to be in here somewhere. So these are all the building things. Paint specialization, more robots, improved efficiency, administration, advanced production. How do I make a hatchback? Here we go. Body design. Okay, well I feel like our mid-range is just going to be a sedan, so let's just leave that for now. Let's just let it go. And I want to see, of course they all look the same, so the mid-range is going to be a little bit hard to figure that out, but these guys are we are selling them for dirt cheap at this point, so yeah, they should really start going. And our money is going up very decently as well. So only 10%. Are we making a profit? Yes, we are actually. We're making a very decent profit because, of course, our profit margin goes up when we sell a crap load of cars. And I think as soon as we changed it to 10%, we started selling a lot of cars. So we're producing a lot of cars, we can sell the damn things. So if we have a look, I don't think we've produced any middle of the road. You are basic car. You are basic car. You are basic car. How do we tell where our middle of the road ones are? Are they still coming up the line? I don't know if they actually get to be anything better than middle of the road until they get up to like other things. So middle of the road. You got everything I got. Heater. Yeah, I got heater, so I am ahead of you on that thing. Excellent. So we have a look at the income. Middle of the road. We haven't sold any yet. Upgrade all. Edit models. Middle of the road. Give me some electric windows. Thank you very much. And that's it. Okay, keep on going. Give me that research. The research seems to be going pretty fast at the moment. I'll give it that much. I wish there was an easier way of knowing where our middle of the road cars actually were on the line, because I just don't see them. And it's very hard to tell because they're sedans, and it's just very hard to tell. And they better actually be made. They better actually be being made. So that would be very annoying if they weren't. If there's like some sort of bug. Security features, yep, that's fine. So let's have a look at this car. The middle of the road has anti-lock brakes, driver airbag, electric windows. I don't know where electric windows come in. Heater. So let's focus on the anti-lock brakes, because that's going to be right here. And you have been upgraded to do anti-lock brakes. So you're a basic car. very nice looking car, but a basic car nonetheless. I think every car is just a basic car until it starts getting features. So let's have a look. Design. There's a design up the top. I didn't even see that. So design. Basic yo. Is there something I'm missing here? Because I'm just seeing basic yo everywhere. And that is not good. We really need to be... Oh, there we go. We can change that right there. So this is the very first thing we can change it. Interesting. Very interesting. Production schedule for this slot. Each line is a car body. What's the schedule of each of the... Okay. Alrighty. So, middle of the road. 1. Excellent. That is what we want. We want 1 of each. And my game is stalled again. This is not good. No, there we go. It continued on. So there we go. Do we have a middle of the road now? Basic yo. Middle of the road. There we go. And it's where... So this is our first middle of the road. Okay, so... let's speed that up a bit. These cars are still not going very fast. They're still a little bit interesting. Let's put a heater in them. Even basic cars need a heater. That's just common sense. They don't need any of this crap. Anti-lock brakes are cheap. They're very, very cheap to put in though. Increases the market value by 155. Current price 238. So the part costs more than you actually get out of it. So I guess that's why you have to really jack up the price when it comes to middle of the road. Because if you make everything 10%, you're going to have a hard time actually getting stuff going. What are you complaining about? Are we running out of lines here? Is that the problem? Oh man, I do not like this because this is holding up our entire thing. That's really bad. What is the problem here? You are not backed up. You are going fine. So what's the problem here? We got 8 servos and windows. Electric windows, of course. Central locking. So we got central locking. And I feel like we still got auto research done. So Mr. Middle of the Road, you will now have central locking. Look at this guy. He has got all of the features. Absolutely beautiful. Sales price 16 grand. Man, we are not making a lot on that car. But we're not selling a lot either, so... I feel like once these guys start going out and we start getting half middle of the road, half normals, geez, we are backing up. This guy is a problem. You are a problem, sir. It's because of these bloody electric windows and servos. It doesn't have enough room for the enough windows anymore because it's got a stockpile of servos. That's interesting. How do we go about solving that one? Yep, driver assistance. Put that on the middle of the road car. Oh no, that's just a top level thing. We can't actually put that on the top of the car. So what's your speed anyway? 2 minutes 22 seconds. Clearly we need a storage area for this. I feel like that will solve our problem. Resource conveyor. I will hook you up to you, and we'll hook you up to you. I don't know if it's a good idea having both of these hooked up here, but that should be fine. Now you just need windows. I feel like you just need windows, so we're just going to add windows here, and that's it. Window. 8 windows. There we go. And hopefully, yeah, this guy will get windows nice and fast. How is it? Each of them need 5 windows? What the hell? Power steering. Okay, upgrade all of those slots. And you are going to be power steering now. Excellent. That guy has got a lot of stuff now. Excellent. Let's put it up to 40%. Although that's still under the 30 grand range, so... Our money is looking good, though. Our money is looking very good. Looking very good. So we've got another 400 grand here. What sort of car needs 5 windows? And this, of course, does half and half. Here we go. There's our middle of the road car coming out here. Needs 4 of these guys and 4 of these guys. Predictive stock control. I still don't know exactly what that does. Configure imports. That does local versus imported. Let's make this have add item servos as well. Let's get some servos in here. And we only need 4. I feel like 4 is enough. I wish we could configure this a little bit better, but because I mean it's got room for 16 things, so now it's full windows and no servos. This is really becoming a problem. Really becoming a problem. Should we do something interesting like oh my god, that's becoming a problem. That's a serious problem. Okay, decision time. You are door panels. I just got rid of you. You are going to move down here. Door. Sorry, car, but you needed to move. And then bloody windows, man. I swear to God, bloody windows. And then we got fit windows. We're going to squish this over like that, and we're going to squish this over like that. And that's kind of dodgy. That's kind of like really dodgy. But I feel like this is what we've been driven to at this point. So, resource conveyor. Like that, like that. That got joined up with that, but I don't think we could really avoid that at all. Resource conveyor. Let's just put conveyors everywhere so everything gets put everywhere, so it's all good. There we go. So that should see a little bit more throughput in the factory. These guys should stop backing up a little bit. What's our research doing at the moment? What are we researching? In-car music or entertainment. So that would be the last thing for our middle class car. Okay. I feel like that has somewhat solved our problem. We're only using one of them, which is interesting. I thought we'd still be using 2 of them, but I guess interesting. Okay. Where's all our mid-range cars gone? Because the reason why we're running so fast is because we don't have any more mid-range cars going. And I thought I had a 1-for-1 set up. There we go. There's a middle of the road one. Maybe we need that. There we go. That was a middle of the road one. Did we get rid of middle of the road needing power windows? No, still got it there. So let's have a look at our stock room anyway. Market. So sales per hour, produced per hour, customers per hour. If we go to our income, we had 1 and we sold 1. Okay, so now we should start seeing a lot more of these guys. We still got a lot of the basic ones, but they have been knocking down quite a bit. So basic yo goes up to 15%. And because we can. And middle of the road, in-car music, upgrade all slots, edit models, and we'll do that. Did that actually change something on the picture? It did. We got an aerial now. Beautiful. In-car music. Yeah, I feel like in-car music is a pretty basic thing to have, so let's do that. Okay. So we got sedans over here, and we got all this sort of stuff. I feel like this is starting to get a little bit more complicated, this game, because we got these weird things going on here, and I don't actually know if any of the other things are stalling as well, because this one stalled everything, and that was kind of like all she wrote. So, yes, you need to be doing that. We'll get a bunch more of those in there. So let's have a look. Middle of the road. You seem to have been done pretty quickly. So if we do this, you're middle of the road. Okay. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Pause. Pause. All right. You are a middle of the road car. You do not have power windows. Watch the fudge. Okay. We didn't purchase the thing. That would be why. Okay, so that's why everything was going so beautifully, because we didn't have the servos to actually do the power windows. And yeah. So now we should start running into throughput problems with these guys not having enough resources again. And then the other one will start to work, and hopefully our throughput will still be good. Research. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of those. That'll be enough for now, I feel like. We really want to get into now that we are getting into those problems, I feel like a bit of improved efficiency is probably a good idea. How long do I want this episode to go? Because we did have 15 minutes before the game cut out. So let's do a zoom. What do we got going on? These guys are hanging on. They're doing all right. We got no more backlog up here by the looks of it. A little bit of backlog, but that's fine. These guys are going through. You guys are waiting. The drying process taking a while. That's fine. I mean, this is just part of the thing. Import priorities. I feel like import priorities is just dumb, but whatever. Predictive stock control. I'm still not sure if that's actually good or not, or what that actually does, but we're going to get it because it sounds like it's good. And then we can see our income is still not great. It's still not great. We're still not... It's going a bit all over the place. So I want to do some analysis of parts next episode and see if we can sort of drive that down. How is this going? Car showroom. We got a fair amount of middle of the roads. They're not selling all that well. Budgets are selling very well. So buy a budget. Go up to 20%. Middle of the road, you're at 40. We'll put you down to 35. Yeah, somehow the market value was through the roof. It hasn't been above 30 grand for a while, but somehow it was. So anyway, you basic. I thought we had a third one here. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. It's all good. And maybe we'll sell a few more of those middle of the road cars, get our profit going up. So next episode, parts. I feel like parts, we can probably make a lot more of a profit if we start working with that sort of stuff. So anyway, catch you guys in